Okay, so ready to dive into some seriously fascinating territory.
I'm all ears. Hit me with it.
Today, we're taking a deep dive into AI.
AI, the buzzword of the century. But let's go beyond the hype.
Exactly. Forget just the tech stuff. We're talking about AI's impact on humanity.
The big picture stuff then, like how AI could reshape our world for better or worse.
Yeah, the ethical considerations, safety protocols, that kind of thing. And even, get this, the possibility of AI helping us become a Type 1 civilization.
Type 1, you're talking about harnessing the energy of an entire planet. That's some serious sci-fi stuff.
It is, but it's a real concept, and some experts believe AI could be the key. We're going to be pulling insights from some really interesting sources today, especially this one called AI Debates. It lays out some pretty thought-provoking arguments.
Sounds like a good starting point.
So AI Debates highlights a bunch of recent AI breakthroughs that are pretty mind-blowing. Like, did you know AI can now do real-time language translation that's actually good?
I've heard whispers, yeah. And it's not just translating word for word anymore, right? It's actually capturing the nuances of language.
Right. It's understanding context, idioms, even humor. That was always considered the holy grail of machine translation, and now AI is cracking it.
That's incredible. What else is on the AI achievement list?
Well, how about self-driving cars? They're not quite mainstream yet, but the technology is advancing rapidly.
Yeah, I've seen those prototypes on the roads. It's still a little unnerving to see a car driving itself, but the potential is huge, especially when you think about safety and accessibility.
Definitely. And what's fascinating is how this rapid progress is being driven by AI that learns and adapts, kind of like the human brain.
You're talking about neural networks, right?
Mm.
They're modeled after the structure of the human brain with layers of interconnected nodes that process information.
Exactly. And it's this approach that's allowing AI to tackle problems that were previously considered impossible for machines. Like in medicine, AI can analyze medical images to detect diseases way earlier and more accurately than ever before.
It's like having a superpowered doctor who never sleeps and can process massive amounts of data in an instant.
Right. But all this progress comes with ethical questions, right? AI debates delves into some of these, like using AI in warfare.
The autonomous weapons debate. It's a thorny one.
It is. Imagine AI-controlled weapons making life-or-death decisions on the battlefield.
On one hand, you could argue that it could make warfare less destructive by removing human emotion and error from the equation, but then you have the whole issue of accountability. Who's responsible if an AI-controlled weapon malfunctions or makes a wrong decision?
Yeah, that's a big one. Feels like we're opening Pandora's box here.
In a way, we are, but I think it's a conversation we need to have. And it's not just about warfare. AI raises ethical questions in practically every field it touches, like healthcare. AI can help diagnose diseases, but who gets access to that technology? And what about data privacy?
That's another big one. AI thrives on data, and the more data it has, the better it gets. But where do we draw the line between feeding the AI beast and protecting our privacy?
It's a balancing act, for sure, and it's something that lawmakers and tech companies are grappling with right now. There's a lot of debate about how to regulate AI development and ensure that it's used ethically and responsibly.
It's almost like we're playing catch-up, isn't it? The technology is advancing so fast, it's hard for the ethical frameworks to keep pace.
It can feel that way sometimes, but I think it's important to remember that AI is a tool. It's up to us how we use it. And the more we understand about its potential and its limitations, the better equipped we'll be to guide its development in a direction that benefits humanity.
So it's like, how do we stay in control? I mean, there's this whole debate about whether AI could eventually become super intelligent and surpass human capabilities. What happens then?
Right, the classic sci-fi scenario. It's certainly a possibility we need to consider. Some experts argue that it's just a matter of time before AI reaches and surpasses human intelligence. Others believe that we're nowhere near that point, and that the idea of superintelligent AI is more hype than reality.
But if it did happen, I mean, could we even control it?
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it? Some researchers are working on developing something called value alignment, which is basically trying to ensure that AI systems are programmed with human values and goals.
So like building a moral compass into the AI.
Exactly. It's a complex challenge, but it's one of the key areas of focus in AI safety research. Another area that's gaining traction is explainable AI. The idea is that AI systems should be able to explain their reasoning and decision-making processes to humans. This would help us understand how the AI is arriving at its conclusions and make sure it's not going off the rails.
That makes sense. If we can understand how the AI is thinking, we're more likely to be able to trust it. But let's be real, one of the biggest fears people have about AI is that it's going to take our jobs. I mean, with automation advancing at such a rapid pace, it's hard not to feel a little uneasy about the future of work.
I think that's a valid concern. We're already seeing the impact of automation in certain sectors like manufacturing and transportation. And as AI becomes more sophisticated, it's likely to affect a wider range of jobs.
So, is it all doom and gloom? Are we all going to be replaced by robots?
I don't think so. Throughout history, technological advancements have always disrupted the workforce, but they've also created new opportunities.
I guess the key is to adapt and learn new skills that are in demand.
Exactly. It's about understanding the changing landscape and positioning yourself for the jobs of the future.
Okay, so let's talk about those jobs. What kind of skills are going to be valuable in an AI-driven world?
Critical thinking will be paramount. The ability to analyze information, solve complex problems, and make sound judgments in a rapidly evolving environment will be highly sought after.
So it's not just about technical skills anymore.
Not at all. It's about those uniquely human skills that AI can't replicate. Creativity, emotional intelligence, empathy, the ability to connect with others on a human level. These qualities will be more valuable than ever.
It's interesting, right? Because in a way, AI could free us up to focus on those things, the things that make us human.
I think that's a very real possibility. AI could handle the routine, repetitive tasks, allowing us to focus on higher-level thinking, creative problem solving, and building meaningful relationships.
It's kind of a beautiful irony, isn't it? AI could help us rediscover our humanity.
It certainly has the potential to do that. But let's not forget about the really big picture stuff. Remember that Type 1 civilization concept we talked about earlier?
Oh yeah, harnessing the power of an entire planet. That's where things get really mind-blowing.
It does. The Kardashev scale is a way of measuring a civilization's technological advancement based on its energy consumption. A Type 1 civilization can control and utilize the energy of its entire planet.
That sounds like something straight out of Star Trek. But how could AI help us get there?
In many ways. Imagine AI optimizing renewable energy sources like solar and wind power, or managing global power grids with incredible efficiency, minimizing waste and maximizing output.
It's like having an AI brain managing the planet's energy resources for us.
Exactly. And with that kind of energy at our disposal, we could achieve some incredible things. We could solve the global energy crisis, power our cities sustainably, and even venture further into space exploration and colonization.
Wow. So, Type 1 civilization might not be science fiction after all.
It's certainly within the realm of possibility, and AI could be a key driver in getting us there.
I think that's a really inspiring thought to end on. We're standing at a crossroads, with AI rapidly evolving and presenting both incredible opportunities and complex challenges.
We need to be aware of the potential risks, but also embrace the possibilities. And most importantly, we need to guide AI's development in a direction that benefits humanity as a whole.
I agree. This isn't just about technology. It's about the future of our species. And the choices we make today will shape that future. So for those of you listening, what stands out to you the most? What excites you? What worries you? And what role do you see yourself playing in this AI-powered future? Keep those questions in mind as you continue to explore this fascinating and ever-evolving world of artificial intelligence.
And remember, the future is not preordained. It's something we create together. Let's make it a good one.
Couldn't agree more. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time.
Take care.